When we talked a little bit about that, the science calling for connectivity between these three core populations. This is from a published study that came out in 2014 that shows here, you can see these black lines. The thicker the black line is actually the stronger that corridor is for Mexican wolves, or wolves in general, as suitable habitat. So there are these three core populations, the Southern Rockies, the Blue Range, and the Grand Canyon, and you can see that they do have these important connected corridors that would allow for those genetically effective migrants to disperse from their natal populations into these other core populations over time. And wolves themselves have actually been following these dispersal corridors on their own. So we've seen, even since the very early years of the reintroduction program, going back to 2000 and 2002, there have been collared Mexican wolves that have moved on their own from the Blue Range Wolf Recovery Area, which is basically down in the White Mountains of Arizona, and they followed right along that suitable corridor that's the Mogollon Rim in Arizona, and following right up to the Grand Canyon region. And three wolves made the same dispersal journey just as recently as 2018. So these are three different collared Mexican wolves that all left down in this area where the current reintroduction site is, moving up along the Mogollon Rim. You can see here, actually this wolf right here, 1572, is my background photo. You can kind of see me floating in it. That's a photo of that actual wolf that was taken, not by myself, but by a woman named Michelle James, who took that photo on Highway 17, when she saw it before it actually was killed. And then this wolf here did cross I-40 and was on its way up to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. And this is the approximate area where it was picked up by helicopter capture and removed. So wolves are choosing to come on their own and disperse into these other regions. And there's been, over the last 20 years, there's a body of scientific literature that's been published showing that the Grand Canyon region and the Southern Rockies are excellent wolf habitats. So there's vast undeveloped areas. There's public land in both national forests and national park lands. There are ample food resources, such as elk and deer, for the wolves to eat. They are connected through corridors to the current reintroduction area. And the area just north of I-40, between I-40 and the Utah-Colorado state border, would add an additional 40,000 square miles of suitable habitat, and even more if we looked at the potential suitable habitat in the states of Utah and Colorado. And each of these core population areas could sustain at least 200 or more wolves.